This is very easy stuff.
He's caught on to a couple of things that I think are actually true, and it's game recognizing, or he's recognizing the game Republicans have been playing specifically with young white men, because
Hmm.
that's who he speaks for. He speaks for young white men and their anger about a lot of things, but specifically about immigration. Take a listen to a little bit of what his commentary was on the 600,000 visas.
600,000 international students from China. 600,000 students from China. Are you tired of winning yet? Got what you voted for?
The reason y'all are so mad at me and why
I mean, the interesting thing that's happening with the Nick Fuentes commentary from people like Joy Reid is that they're kind of forced. It's basically that Nick is doing a better job than even they are at criticizing Trump, because Nick doesn't have Joy Reid. These kind of people really do want to attack Trump the way Nick is doing, but they can't. They can't because they've painted themselves into a corner, because any to them at least, and what they've been speaking about and what they've been screaming from the hilltop for years is that any criticism of immigration is coming from a nativist, xenophobic, racist, blah, 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 blah. It's coming from a place of hatred. So when Nick outflanks them, and he has the ability to do that because, like he said, he's not on Team Republican waving the MAGA flag with the MAGA foam finger in the stands like a John Doyle, like a Scott Greer, like a lot of these people who are shucking and jiving for a job or doing whatever. Nick is not beholden to the team, so he can outflank them and actually criticize Trump in meaningful ways. The right can't do that, and the left really can't do that on things like immigration. At best, what they can say is that, Trump isn't living up to his promise. How do you feel about that? But they don't really have a substantive critique of like why it's bad that Trump is allowing 600,000 Chinese students to retain their visas, or why the H-1B program is continuing, that kind of stuff. So Nick can outflank them, and what they're having to come to grips with, what this really is that he is doing their job. I'll be careful about how I phrase that. It's not that he's doing the left's job for them. It's that he's doing a better job than even they can do at criticizing Trump, because there's certain barriers that they can't cross. So when Nick is talking about, you know, it's a bad thing that we're allowing 600,000 Chinese students in, he can say that it's bad because it's displacing the American and largely white working class. Joy Reid can't say that. The most she can say is, pretty interesting that your guy isn't living up to what he said, isn't it? And then it stops there. It's just kind of this snarky, hollow critique. It's not substantive. And that also gives Nick a lot of wiggle room when it comes to things. Not just Nick, but people in the space. It gives us a lot of flexibility with regards to somebody like Vivek Ramaswamy.